Hello everyone, Marcus here, and this is going to be a quick impressions video on this little puppy right here. Yep, that's right everyone. As you might have been able to see from my unboxing video of it, my Oculus Rift DK2 is finally here. And if I had to sum up my impressions in a single word, that word would be wow. Honestly though everyone, it's really tough for me to properly express just how much I loved this thing. I mean, I had some issues when I first started it up. I mean, it's mainly driver based. I mean, the device itself, I kind of just admire its appearance. It's a lot sleeker than the first development kit, and it just plain old feels nice to have in my hands right here. It's surprisingly light, and when it's onto your face using the straps properly and all that, it can actually be pretty easy to forget about in some degrees. But really though, in terms of the experience, I can't possibly overstate just how satisfied I was with what I've tried so far. The first demo I got to try out was the Tuscany demo, which is a small little villa right by the ocean with a few balconies that you can see the sea right by, and some grassy lands on the other sides. It was, honestly, the place itself isn't all that interesting. I mean, from the online videos I've seen, I myself wasn't all that really enthused to go and see Tuscany, but the very moment I actually went in and put on the Rift to try out Tuscany, basically any preconceptions I had were completely and utterly blown away. The effect is really just that powerful. From the moment you put it on, as soon as you start moving your head around to try to look at objects, the depth is immediately apparent. And it's extremely exciting just to see anything inside of VR. I mean, I just saw a few stones outside in the ground, and those were the most exciting rocks I have ever seen in a video game in my entire life. It's really amazing just how powerful the effect of VR actually is in this. I mean, I was expecting something pretty good, but I was not expecting this. So I can definitely say, for anybody that has reservations on whether or not the VR effect is enough, it's enough. Believe me, it is incredible. The only thing that if I really had to say on the actual demo itself, kind of disappointed with the actual graphical level, but really that's just because it was a really quick, probably just quickly made demo. And the truth of the matter is, it can look a lot better if we get some better assets and lighting and shading all in there. But with what we have right now, A+. It completely just changes your view on computers the moment you try it out. I've actually had a few other people try out some demos. I've had my father, my mother, my brother, my sister, and my cousin all try it out. And out of everyone that's tried it out, all of us have been very well satisfied. Although I did note that with my cousin and my brother, they actually have some pretty bad vision. So they tried to put on the Rift with their glasses on, and yeah, it was really uncomfortable to try to pull it off. And when they took off their glasses, even though they could still note the effect of depth, at the same time their poor vision kind of made it difficult for them to enjoy it. So it's definitely something that you want to know if you're going to try out HMDs. You might want to switch to contacts, or just try to see if the HMD can accommodate your eyesight, or use a different eye cup for the Rift. Because using glasses with the Rift is definitely not something I would recommend at all. So, yeah, that's how it is so far. But aside from Tuscany, I decided to try out a few other demos. I've only really tried out two in particular. I went with the Oculus Rift Theater, which is actually pretty amazing just how much it feels like the movie theater experience. I mean, you can see the display right before you. You can just walk around seat to seat. So it was pretty awesome. Although, personally, my favorite demo has to be the Hatsune Miku demo. I think, well, I just know it by the abbreviation, which was MESS. But, yeah, that demo was stunning for me, at the very least. Because I'm a very big Hatsune Miku fan. She's basically my favorite Vocaloid, and she makes up the vast majority of my music library. So, just seeing her right there before me was a holy... I told you it's hard to express in words, but it was an amazing experience. I was directly driven to tears of joy from just seeing the sight of that character right before me. And the thing is, everything I saw feels like it's right there. As I got closer to Miku in the demo, it felt almost as though I might accidentally bump my head against her, or as though I might accidentally kiss her, just from the proximity of the camera, which is quite frankly a little stunning for me in many respects. So yeah, I can only imagine how amazing this technology is going to be once we start implementing it with real-time 3D scanning or something. I can very quickly see something like this replacing something like the webcam as the dominant form of communication, or the most powerful form of long-distance communication, just as video chat did for regular chatting and phone calls and stuff like that. But anyhow, as I said, everyone, it really is an amazing experience. This device has really... let's just say it this way. If there was any doubt in me that VR would be something amazing, that has been completely and utterly just destroyed. If this dev unit, with all its flaws, managed to pull off this kind of an impression on me, I can only imagine what the future upgrades will do, like with the CV1, or once I start implementing some of my own techniques, like the things I mentioned, Virtual Reality Touch Part 3, or my Virtual Reality Rig. Honestly, it really just makes me want to get that stuff really done even faster, just so I can improve the experience. Because, everyone, don't get me wrong, while it's amazing, this definitely has some flaws. Like, the resolution is 1080p, but that's definitely still not completely getting rid of the screen door effect. I mean, from time to time, I would still notice that there was a bunch of, like, grids or something, even though they're kind of diagonal in this case, but at the same time, it's still noticeable. So, I really do think that if we're going to get rid of that effect, we're going to need to go possibly all the way up to 4, possibly beyond 4K, if we're going to be able to properly get rid of that. And in terms of the FOV, while it's impressive, don't get me wrong, it's incredible. I do kind of wish I could move my eyes to the right and the left and still get a little bit more detail, but honestly, I'm kind of fine with what we have right now. And yeah, aside from that, I kind of wish that this was in a helmet form factor, since yeah, it's a little uncomfortable to always have to strap everyone in like this, and the cabling's a little annoying. So yeah, I wouldn't actually mind if this was just plain old a helmet. Well, everyone, this has just been my quick impressions of this, so I'm going to be doing more with this little puppy in the future, without a doubt. So expect more videos on that matter in the future. Well, everyone, this has been Marcus Dahl, lying out.